but yeah, no, like you're saying, man. I mean, JD5, Jaden Daniels is getting all of the attention. Everybody, his name's on everybody's lips. They're all talking about him, and rightfully so. I mean, the guy is, I mean, been picture perfect. I mean, for a rookie coming in like this, how many rookies do we know that have had? None that have had the type of numbers that he's had, the completion percentage, and just the impact. I mean, over 1,000 yards passing and 250 yards on the ground. Nobody else has done that. And I mean, that's just him. The whole team around him is really. It scares me, Will. I was talking to Jack yesterday. It scares me to be this excited, but I feel good, man.
Well, I'm glad you spoke with Jack because he's been all excited these last couple of weeks. He calls me on a Sunday. He calls me on a Monday. He wants to talk. And for a while, normally this time, he's all doom and gloom and everything. Right. He's been jacked up about things. So I don't know if we've ever seen a rookie come into the league and instantly like click like this as a rookie quarterback for one. I don't think there's ever been a rookie. You know, Purdy did really well later in the season, but like I mean, he's come out there like you said. He's been darn near perfect out there, and he's just. I mean, he's got players believing in him. Not only in DC, there's players outside of the building that are just like this dude's legit. You know, you know, they say game recognizes game, and you know, and it's like it's just so unusual territory for our team to be spoken so highly by everybody.
Right. I mean, it just seems like part of the course with everything. The owner is a nice personal guy. The coach is great. Cliff is great. And now you have this quarterback in JD5 with, just like you said, everybody is saying nice things. I mean, people that don't even like football are like, that's just a good guy. He's a nice guy. And I mean, he's so humble, always thanking God and everything. And you know, players are players in NFL. I know they've been coached up, so you don't know how much of that is truly him or him just saying all of the right things. But at the same time, I mean, it's just every step he's made is great, and especially in comparison, not like we would compare, but the quarterback on the other side has a lot of negative on that. And it's just good that there is no scandal. There is no issue. It's just beautiful.
We're not the New York Jets right now.
Salah, defense, come on over, man.
I know we got a spot for you.
Come on, man. You want a good culture? Come on over here, man. Look, ladies and gentlemen, Washington dismantled the Cleveland Browns 34-13. Will, I was talking to you throughout the game, and I, on paper, in certain ways, in the way that the Browns have been playing, this shouldn't have been a shock to us. We've been playing very well. We had a lot of momentum coming into this game. They are on the downswing. So this shouldn't have been a shock. But knowing that these are the type of games that we somewhat, you know, fall apart or don't do those things, we ran away with this thing, man. And I hit you guys up. And there was times because I was helping people move, and I would just and I had to sit down one time because I was like, I'm getting dizzy. Like the excitement of this it's too much for me. And it's like my mind is trying to. Okay, I'm not going to be excited. I'm going to sit very humble. And then it's the kid saying, no, we're winning. We're so great. This is what I wanted. So Will, make it make sense, man. What is happening?
Dude, I meant to say something on Sunday to tell you, hey, man, we're 40 years old. We can't jump off the couch like that anymore. You lose your equilibrium immediately. You see his arms immediately.
It was like, oh, wait a minute. Time out.
Yep. But you know what? This game on Sunday was the most fun I've seen players and fans have in a regular season day game at FedEx since 2005 when we played the 49ers with Joe Gibbs and we beat the pants out of them 52-17, I think it was. Yes. Clinton Portis did his cartwheel into the end zone after scoring. Like that was you haven't. So 2005, it's been almost 20 years since FedEx has had a game like that where like the home team is so dominant that the fans can be doing the wave. They can be enjoying themselves. Things are clicking. It was just a whole lot of fun to see. And it's exactly what this ownership has said, man. If we can just get some wins going, we can get these fans to come back. It's starting to snowball a little bit. People are getting it. They're noticing, because they always said this about the Joe Gibbs Redskins. The most popular man in DC is the Redskins quarterback when they're winning. And that's exactly what's happening right now.
Yes, sir. Look how they vaulted up Mark Rippon. Doug Williams, my guy, got in there. And, Joe Theismann, I mean, he was beloved. He could have ran for Congress, when his days were at the height of his time in 83 and 84. But honestly, man, and to that point, it's just a lot of people, and I've talked to a lot of fans on both sides, and, other teams are saying, oh, well, look at their records. They aren't really that good. And I can argue that these are better teams than they are. But even still, Will, there have been times over the last couple years when we've been decent, and there's been games where we should have wiped the floor with them, and we barely get by, or we lose or something. These last couple games, the Arizona game, this one, we've kind of just elevated, and now it's kind of like, this is what we're supposed to do, but this is kind of impressive. You're sitting back like, wait a minute, they are kind of putting it together. And so that's where I want to kind of squash all that, the side noise where it's like, oh yeah, these teams are terrible. These teams are, but we also were shutting things down in a number of areas where you start to see some of these guys in the secondary, because of the leadership and the play at linebacker. These guys in the secondary, they're starting to get a little more confident and make a lot more moves in there. And it's kind of like in this game, you kind of saw guys punching at the ball, kind of just jumping up. Frankie Louvu in that first fourth down, just kind of rushing up there and shutting it down. Like that energy from the defense, it's kind of like, woo, we were building something.
Absolutely. Well, and it is okay. It is correct and factual to say, well, you're not really beating anybody that's really good. That's right. But like you're saying, in years past, we would win this game 20-16 and stop them on the last drive when they need a touchdown. Right. Now we're blowing them out. We're doing what good teams do against bad opponents. Yep. You're putting them away early. I mean, we had our backup quarterback in for the fourth quarter.
When's the last time that happened?
Right. That's video game stuff. These last two games are video game numbers that we're putting up here. So yeah, it's just a completely different type of games that we've ever seen happening, But I will say this, it also wasn't perfect, yes. But it was good. I thought it was really good early on. We talked about Cleveland has pieces that could give us some problems. And at times on defense, they were doing that. And I think this was good. I mean, JD5 threw a not good interception where he got fooled. Luke McCaffrey was saying in the first quarter, on an interview, he said, in the first quarter, they ran a lot of man against us, and we were thinking you'd be more zone. And so we had to adjust to what we were going to do. And eventually, like he said, if they go man, that gives you a chance on like broken plays for Terry to get his 60-yard catch, so you have the opportunity for big plays. And the speculation John Kime was saying on that interception was JD5, he thought it was going to be man. So he had a predetermined read. They went into zone. He threw it where he shouldn't. That's a good learning opportunity, because on the backside, Terry ran a slant and was open, but he is just in his mind, he's like, man coverage, I'm going right here. So it's like, it was okay that in the first quarter, we struggled at times because they're just going to learn from this. And then we had the ability to string things together, and then 24-3 at halftime, and game's over.
Oh yeah. And you can see they were definitely trying to get JD5 to run. And Greg Olson was saying they were trying to make more of a running back. So even on those read options, they were forcing him to kind of get out there and then, close it down on him. And look, we got to be honest. Yeah, it was a bad interception, but we got to give some shout out to JOK. Yes. He was the one who intercepted, but he made a great catch where he kind of dove down and brought it back to him. It wasn't. It was a whole situation, but it was a good learning experience. And to your point, we come right back down and we get it again.